10,000 years ago, in a remote corner of the world, far beyond human reach, there was a hidden island ruled by ancient forces of nature. Two of the mightiest creatures to ever walk the earth called this place home. King Kong, the noble giant gorilla, and Dino, a towering dinosaur with a voracious appetite. Though they were the kings of their domains, they had forged a close bond over time, a friendship that had grown from shared respect for each other's strength and wisdom. For years, the island flourished. The forests teemed with life, and the rivers ran full of fish. But everything changed when a great famine struck. The plants withered, prey became scarce, and the once thriving island was reduced to a land of hunger and desperation. Kong, ever resourceful, managed to survive on what little food he could find, always putting his family first, especially his newborn son. Dino, however, struggled. His insatiable hunger gnawed at him, driving him mad. The more desperate he became, the more he lost control of his primal urges. One night, as Dino roamed the island in search of food, he found himself near Kong's territory. There, he smelled something fresh, something tender, Kong's baby, sleeping peacefully under the protection of the trees. Dino hesitated, knowing this was his friend's child, but the famine had driven him to madness. Overcome by hunger, he gave in to his instincts and devoured the helpless infant. The next morning, Kong returned to find his home shattered, his son gone, and the unmistakable scent of his friend lingering in the air. Fury and grief surged through him like never before. His mighty roar shook the island, and with a heart full of rage, Kong set out to confront Dino. In his sorrow, Kong devised a plan for revenge. He tracked Dino to his lair and found something that could match the pain he felt. Dino's baby, a small, vulnerable creature hidden away from the dangers of the island. In a fit of grief and anger, Kong took Dino's baby, determined to make his friend suffer as he had. When Dino returned and realized what had happened, a burning rage consumed him. He had betrayed his friend, but now Kong had taken his child. There was no more room for remorse, only fury. Dino charged through the jungle, his roars echoing in the distance, and soon found Kong standing on the edge of a cliff, holding his baby in one massive hand. Kong, Dino bellowed, his voice filled with pain and fury. Give me back my child. Kong's eyes were full of sorrow, but also a deep, burning rage. You took my son. Now feel my pain, Dino. With no words left, Dino charged. The two giants collided in a battle that shook the island to its core. The ground trembled beneath their feet as they fought, a violent struggle driven by the loss of their children and the betrayal of their friendship. Trees were uprooted, rocks shattered, and the skies darkened as the titans clashed. Dino fought with all the ferocity of his species, his teeth snapping and claws slashing. But Kong, with his intelligence and strength, proved the stronger. In the final moments of the battle, Kong delivered a crushing blow that sent Dino tumbling to the ground, defeated. As Dino lay dying, his breathing labored, his eyes filled with regret. Kong stood over him, holding Dino's baby, but the victory tasted bitter. Looking down at the fallen dinosaur, Kong realized that this battle had cost him more than he had ever imagined. He had lost not only his son, but also his dearest friend. With a heavy heart, Kong placed Dino's baby beside its dying father. He knelt by Dino's side, his own grief overwhelming him. The two creatures, once friends, had been torn apart by hunger, loss, and vengeance. As Dino took his final breath, Kong let out a deep, mournful roar that echoed across the island. The sorrow of losing his son and his best friend weighed heavily on him, and for the first time in his life, Kong felt truly alone. He mourned for both lives lost, the innocent child he could not protect, and the friend he had been forced to kill. The island, once vibrant and full of life, now seemed like a graveyard of memories, haunted by the tragedy of betrayal and the cost of revenge.